What's up, guys? It's Mr. Jamvet, and today we are back on the Pokemon Showdown server. I'm going to be using the team that Joey and I built in yesterday's team building with Joey and AIM. Let's call it that. Where we randomized 6 Pokemon from Joey's website. He has a randomizer, and then we have to use those 6, and we have to make the sets as best as possible. So it's just a blast. It's just a blast. And I think the theme today most certainly is, remember guys, Pokemon is supposed to be fun. So, you know, I'm king competitive. We all know this, but you don't want to lose your desire for the fun, or remember that maybe you're taking yourself too seriously if you're losing the fun aspect of it, you know. And so that's just a reminder. Again, I am king competitive. That's what my channel is about. Shout outs to all of the new subscribers. I know quite a few of you guys. I do usually do pretty much daily. I've just been very busy as of late, and so that will stabilize as time goes on. And so let's assess this one. And so Como is going to be integral for 1, 2, potentially even 3 members. These 3 are pretty key. Venusaur Sunny Day can counter weather and actually murk quite a bit of his team. Wheezing is neutralizing gas, can go a long way here. We'll see about that one. That one's a little iffy. Silvally Rock is pretty much useless, and so we're gonna keep that in mind. Rocker and my Urshifu is quite good here. In fact, I sweep him once Kingdra is gone, and so that's something that we can keep in mind. So the biggest problem to my team would be his Urshifu initially, and so positionally I have to think about, well, what is amazing versus that, and it would be either Como or Porygon. I mean Como or Venusaur, or even Wheezing. But if he leads Pelipper, then, which is my biggest concern, if he led Pelipper, what's good, bro? And so he actually opts for Magnezone, which is very bad for me. I didn't want Magnezone in versus Porygon, particularly if he's specs, particularly if he's analytic. And so I'm assuming that my opponent is going to opt for a Volt Switch. There's very little reason not to. I'm going to go to Silvally because, again, Porygon has more value. Silvally was confirmed to be useless, as we're going to aim to flip turn here. Now, I mean, he's going to aim to flip turn. So now it's going to be a question of what am I choosing to allow in. Pelipper is going to come in. There's no way around that. And he certainly has the momentum at present, right? And so positionally, I'm going to allow potentially, for him to Hurricane. But what this does is allows for me to gain the momentum back. Boom, as Venusaur is gonna come in, and this allows me to opt for the Sunny Day as likely Magnezone or Rarest Ugly Head here. Now he could opt for a straight U-turn. I mean a straight Earth Power, but no Sludge Bombs. And so what this does allows for me to go straight for the Giga Drain in case he goes hard Pelipper, right, and outspeed Pelipper. And so I can actually fire off a water type Weather Ball here, which will KO Pelipper and will 2-hit KO his Magnezone if he so chooses to go to it. He can't allow for Pelipper to go yet. Problem is, if I go for Sunny Day again and he switches into Magnezone, he's screwed. But Weather Balling here is my correct play. The worst case scenario is him going into Kingdra, which would be really risky, but at the same time not really. And so Pelipper is out of the way, which means once that rain is stalled out, it's a snack wrap. And the beautiful thing about this is the Kingdra, if orbed, well, actually no, the Kingdra has to Hurricane if it's choiced. If it's not, I have to force it to Draco, but I don't have anything that can force it to go for Draco Meteor, so the Kingdra might actually have just destroyed my entire team here if it's not choiced. because he's also very weak to close combat, like choice scarf close combat. But 5 turns is too much. So let's say I'll go Venusaur here. Like, I don't have anything to really pivot around. And so let's hope that he's choiced. He's pausing, which assumes to me that he's choiced. I wish I had like Cloud9 or something so that Weezing could tank this hit. But this Kingdra is a problem. And so it seems to be choiced, which is excellent for me. And so what I'm gonna do here is Strange Steam twice. I'm not switching out my Weezing here. Wow, I'm actually faster. Okay, so we're stalling out rain turns, which is great for us. We're actually faster, which surprises me. And so at this point, it's gonna come down to Kingdra just destroying the remainder of his. I mean, not Kingdra. Porygon and Urshifu and all these things just destroying the remainder of his team, as well as Kommo-o. Kommo-o is only outsped. Well, they get outsped by everything, but can be revenge killed by Kingdra primarily. Everything else is just and so he volt switches, which is what I expected. It's a speed tie. Why is he? Is that in Magnezone's natural speed tier? Neutralizing gas 1. But basically, I'm trying to position myself to where that Kingdra can't just come in for free, as Barraskewda gets to come in. I'm actually going to go to Kommo-o here. Now, the reason I'm doing that to take this extra flip turn damage is because it allows for, if I let him kill my Weezing there, he'd be able to go to Kingdra here and have a free turn. Whereas now I get to sack Weezing, and the Kingdra doesn't have a free turn, and he gets to go for whatever he's gonna choose to go for. And the dope thing about him going for Hurricane is now I pick up a KO. But I mean, I guess I should have. Well, I think the play there was to go to Urshifu U-turn, and then U-turn, so I can get the damage on Kingdra, because now he's gonna switch into Magnezone, which I didn't want. And so what I should have done there was actually gone to Kingdra, U-turn into Porygon. He actually sacks Seismitoad instead of Magnezone. Doesn't really change too much. It does mean that that's one less CC mon that I have to hit. But the zone is probably choice specs, and he's just gonna volt switch out. It's just a question of whether that volt switch will be sufficient. If he goes to Barraskewda and locks into something, then my Venusaur is gonna come in and destroy it. Again, it's if Kingdra dies, then I win with Urshifu plus Kommo-o. And that's why I'm like, I should have went there and then allowed Porygon to either dodge the Hurricane or just chew it and then come back in. So now he actually gets to go to Rapid Strike, which surprises me. Because if I go Kommo-o, I'm trying to think. If I go Kingdra gets hit, so I'm gonna give up Porygon here because I wasn't sure which one he'd lock himself into. And so if I go my Kommo-o here, I get a KO potentially. And so Venusaur comes in, Giga Drain into he's choice banded, and that did a lot more than I expected. So basically, if I attack there, I won to Giga Drain. The close combat did far too much to me, which lets me know he's adamant, but that's not the point, you know. So I have to Giga Drain here, hope that Giga Drain, because I know he's gonna go Magnezone, so that's why I'm hoping that, and it actually turns out to be enough. So basically what I was hoping there was that I can survive with enough Life Orb, right? So Giga Drain would give me enough to wear Life Orb, and so it goes Rapid Strike, which is good for me because I get to go for this on his Aqua Jets. It's not doing any kind of damage. And now I get to either get this damage off on his Kingdra, because I'm just gonna Draco Meteor here. Is that better? So he goes hard Kingdra, what I expected. Oh, it didn't KO, which I needed it to. I guess I didn't need it to KO. It's gonna come down to whether my Urshifu can kill him or not, because obviously here he can't guard against close combat. But I have to have my Urshifu being the last one, and so like Barraskewda goes down to U-turn here. So what he could do is, it's a tough turn. Like, what he could do is sack Barraskewda and have Kingdra inverse his Como where he guarantees a kill. Or he could sack the Kingdra here, predicting me to go for close combat. I think his best play here is to always double to sack Barraskewda. So I have to kind of play off the choke, because if I CC, he's gonna have to go to his Como. He's gonna go to his Urshifu, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die to CC. Well, certainly after his. So I have to go off the choke. Okay, yes, he stays in. That's actually a big misplay. He made some misplays in the beginning that would actually helped him in the long run. But basically there, he could have switched the Kingdra out for Barraskewda. What this now does is he has to go to Barraskewda and click Psychic Fangs. But then he has to CC lock, and I think with the defense drop, so him going to Rapid Strike I think seals the deal for me, honestly, because he's gonna go for close combat, which is gonna give me the defense, the defense drop I need. Yeah, not just with body press, but for my own close combat. Yeah, and so my choice scarf Rapid Strike. Now, to be fair, you know, there's no way he knows that I'm scarfed, and so he could be playing to the end game of winning with his Barraskewda, because then he would have forced me to go for. Actually, no, I could have technically. He could be thinking, well, it's gonna be a speed tie plus Barraskewda. You know what I'm saying? And so if he won the speed tie here, if he loses speed tie, it's like, well, if I win the speed tie, like for example, let's say I was banded and I just won the speed tie, he'd be staring down a banded Urshifu. He'd be a banded Barraskewda with banded Psychic Fang with a minus defense Urshifu. And so I'm pretty sure Psychic Fang would have knocked me out from that range, because he's choice banded and I am -2. And so it made sense why he tried to go to endgame if he's assuming that I'm not Scarf Urshifu. But I think it still was better to go to sack Barraskewda. I think the only way that doesn't pan out well is if I was bulk up, that doesn't pan out well. If I was a bulk up set. If I was a bulk up set, I'm pretty sure you would have lost. But I mean, nobody runs bulk up. Not water form. It was tough. It was tough. I didn't realize and respect how much Kingdra would do to me, and I didn't respect how much the Urshifu would do to me with CC. Otherwise, I'd have just killed it, and I'd have won the game there. But yeah, this one's gonna be tough because of Clef. But fortunately for us, I'm actually gonna be incredibly aggressive around his Dragapult, because people tend to switch Dragapult into Porygon for some reason. But yeah, Komo's core purpose is gonna be to semi-guard against the Rillaboom. Urshifu can smack at some point depending on how he plays. I have to find that out, but I could potentially Rapid Strike smack a lot of his team. Silvally has to be kept at the utmost, but it's so good. Like, it's so good here. Sunny Day Venusaur after quite a few things, and with, I don't know how I'm gonna do it with that. And then Weezing, I don't know. Like, I'm gonna have to beat this guy before he beats me, because I don't have a lot of. His Volk is a problem, and his Rillaboom is a problem, and his, more so importantly, his Necrozma and Dragapult are problems. And so, the worst case scenario, I'm actually serious. You know, I really want to go for Dark Pulse here, but people believe Clef is invincible, and yeah, He might TUA. See what I'm talking about? I would be so tight if I had Dark Pulse there. I'd have been so tight, guys, if I Dark Pulse there. And so, really what I want to do here is position Weezing versus Dragapult, but, you know, I can't have him switching out there. I can't have him... Really, I want to just try attack again here, but I don't know if he has U-turn. He could hard Draco or Will-O-Wisp, right? And so, this allows for me to Strange Team, which is dope, because Strange Team should knock out Clef at 27%. As he opts for Necrozma, I get a crit there, which matters. But more importantly, this neck is gonna come in and do what the hell it does. Unfortunately, I don't have any psychic resist. We didn't get a psychic resist with the random generator, so my Clef doesn't need to, my Porygon doesn't need to be at full for any particular reason, whereas Weezing is semi-important. I won't go down unless he's choice specs. As he meteor beams, I'm glad that I don't know why you'd meteor beam. What the fuck? Why did that just kill me? That is unstabbed. I might have just lost outright. Now this is like almost impossible to win now. It's almost impossible to win now. Damn. Man, I don't know what to do. I have to go Venusaur because this allows Clef from coming in as the Ostro Necrozma, which makes sense. You know, I don't have a switch into this. I can't believe Meteor Beam killed me. I mean, I get it's a strong move, but it's unstabbed. You know, like, is Porygon that trash? Maybe I needed to not risk Porygon there, but you know, if it wasn't specs, I would have lived and I'd have been in a great position. I don't know if this is winnable, guys. Not even because I can't outplay. There's just no room to outplay. But if there's a will, there's a way, or some shit like that. What the fuck do I do versus this shit? Man, I guess I have to sack Como. Man, this is whack. This is super whack, bros. You know, you may assume that I'm choice banded. I'll U-turn this time, not because I think he's gonna switch, because I don't think I would have knocked him out from there if Togekiss takes like 70 something. This certainly wouldn't have died. The problem is his Dragapult has Will-O-Wisp. If his Dragapult didn't have Will-O-Wisp, maybe we'd have a shot. But yeah, I'm not even gonna waste time here. This is literally impossible to beat with a psychic type. Yeah, I've lost. So let's see. He gives me Clef. Rillaboom comes in. It's probably gonna U-turn. Could be a SD variant because he hard switched last time. He double switched. Why is he double switching so much? Like, it's not even like helpful. He actually kind of helped me if Dragon Darts. See, Dragon Darts Wisp. Please poison. Please poison. Yes, that's exact. Oh my god! Like, why would you even switch there? And so I have to keep my Venusaur alive. Hopefully, Dragon Darts here. I eat. Nice. And so we can Surging Strikes. Well, do I need a Surging Strike for Ice Punch? It's not killing Boom anyway. It's not killing Rilla anyway. He has one more turn of terrain. Maybe he has Brave Bird. I don't know why you go Mandibuzz. I have to go a hard Slow Volley Rock. Why the fuck would you go this to just get what? Whatever. I'll U-turn out here thanks to this 3 damage. And again, I'm assuming this is SD or he's banded. Okay. He's Life Orb. It's actually not horrible for us. I wish I had rocks up so much, because now it's actually looking like Silvally Rock can win and Urshifu can do his damn thing. So let's say we're assuming he'd glide. I want him to have one more Life Orb hit in him. And so what would I do if I can win? He'd go Mandibuzz. He'd go Mandibuzz here. If I get the... Man, it's fucking grassy glide. The grassy terrain is killing me here. Literally. Well, I have one more hit off on my Venusaur. So he stays in, which is actually very good for us. Because what this does is it allows for me to go for... So I go Silvally here. Yeah, I'm going Silvally because he can't switch into it. It guarantees me a kill. If I go Urshifu, he can go so he gives me Volk, and then now he has to go to Rillaboom, right? And I could give up. I have two options here. I give up the Silvally, or I give up the Urshifu. If I give up Silvally after Rapid Strike, I don't like those odds. And so because he allowed for me to have the Life Orb, he's gonna die to Life Orb here, and then we're gonna be staring down Silvally versus Mandibuzz, which I like those odds. He's probably gonna go to Mandibuzz first and foul play. Yeah, I'm on multi-tack. I'm not gonna SD. Let me run this calc. Hopefully I can eat. Smart to go to Mandibuzz first. I'm hoping that I can do 52 a Necrozma, but that's a tall order. But I might be able to eat because Silvally's so bulky. So let's see. What's this called? Silvally? How do you spell this thing's name? It's I. Silvally. Silvally Rock. Bug. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Mandibuzz. Let's just see, whatever, it doesn't matter. Foul play. So at +2 eats a foul play. Okay, I live. Oh, this cow better not be lying to me, man. Okay. And so that should be game. That should be game. Your boy may have come back. The comeback king. The king of Pokemon. The king player. Master. I don't know how, guys. That reminds me of that Sun game I came back from. When was it? I think, I need to replay that clip with versus the Weezing. Where I was like, if there's a will, there's a way. If there's a will, there's a way. Guys, that should give y'all confidence. That should give y'all confidence that there is a way. Like, my opponent had the game, and kind of threw big time. He probably thought he had the game so comfortably that he's like, I don't need to be like super vigilant, and so he gave me openings, and I took advantage of those, and I'm glad. So in this game, primarily these two, the Urshifu goes Hamilton. Como is going to be integral for Drill, his Como-O, his Zeraora, maybe if Cornet, and like honestly maybe everything except Primarina. Keeping it a $155 with ya. Silvally can do nothing. We're not getting here. Porygon's gonna be integral to tricking one of his defensive walls early and then shutting that down. Weezing is also gonna be very important. I'm gonna have to bluff having Sludge Bomb a lot. And so my biggest fears are the Zeraora and the Primarina. And so I can't hammer him with Venusaur like I want to because his Como is alive. And so I need to beat that thing down first. And so let's assume Zeraora or Primarina were to start this game off, as he does choose to do. Unfortunately, this could be Choice Spec Psychic, which I don't really have scouting for. Like, I don't have a Psychic Resist, you know. And so Porygon would be the best scouting, but if he goes for a Water Stab, Porygon gets destroyed, and Porygon is very important here in catching his Corviknight. And so Venusaur might have to take a hit here. You know, it's really tough to lead this. I'd have to lead Porygon to counteract this. I think that's the only thing I could have. Porygon or Venusaur. I could have gone with Venusaur to start the game off, to be honest with you. I think that gave me the least risk, because at the very least I forced Como in. And he guards pretty poorly against a Will-O-Wisp. But if I were my opponent, I'd go Corviknight. Corviknight's burnt. Burnt Corviknight means what for me? I guess it means Silvally beats it a little easier. I'm not sure. This is not that's not an easy matchup. I mean, this team, again, no Psychic Resist in the OU tier, managing to pull off some pretty crazy situations. So don't Psychic, I'll say Hydro Pumps in these Choice Specs. And so this is a position of power, because I know I don't have the team matchup advantage here. So I'm going to start getting a bit more aggressive, because again, if I play safe, I will just lose. And so my opponent is going to opt for Como or Corviknight here. So how can I counter that? What are my countermeasures for that? Again, I wouldn't usually play in this manner if I had the appropriate mons, but I do not. And so I'm going to double out to my Porygon here as he goes to Como. And as I said, Como is one of the few things that are problematic for me. I could trick, but people do believe their Comos are invincible at times. I do naturally outspeed, and if it's an offensive variant, you know, so be it. The reason I'm try attacking is because it guarantees value out of the turn, right? Value in this case meaning if I trick and he doesn't switch, then that means that Como is now Choice Specs, which kind of helps versus Venusaur. So yeah, so Como is now at 20, which means Venusaur, once he clicks Sunny Day, is actually in a pretty solid position. It also means that my Silvally has decent positioning here, believe it or not. More importantly, Venusaur can go really far in this one, and so I'm gonna have to set up for that late game, which kind of blows because I said Como was so important. Maybe I don't have to do that. But what would my Como come in on? Yeah, I think I'll have to go. If he has Draco Meteor, so be it. So I'm going to go to my Como here to set up Stealth Drop, because I'm trying to play the long game of this, which is a Venusaur destruction. And so he goes for Body Press. I don't want to take his Rocky Helmet damage. I'm going to Draco Meteor, because I don't want to. Every bit of health matters, particularly versus Zero or an Excadrill. And my special attack drop doesn't matter here, because he was going to go to Primarina anyway. Exactly. And so Weezing's core purpose in this point would have been to do nothing, honestly. It just gets battered. He has Psychic, so he could have went for Psychic the first time. I could go Silvally, and so I'm gonna go to my Venusaur here, and I'm gonna Sunny Day. If he stays in on my Venusaur, then I get bodied. If I put, oh my fucking god, man, if I kill this Primarina there, this game was going to be significantly easier for my Como, because I'd have my Venusaur at full, right? But I mean, I don't know. Just like on my last opponent choked the game away, this opponent likely, doesn't know what he's doing, because he's just sacking the biggest threat to my team. Like, why? But yeah, that's my own fault. That's my own fault. He just threw it away. And the reason I didn't want to get, in hindsight, I probably should have just Giga Drained. I just understood that if Como came in on a Giga Drain and got to U-turn, it put me in a bad spot, because it put me back in front of the Primarina, which meant another Mon's gone. So I don't regret it in hindsight. It's just one of those things. And now I cannot win. Like, I absolutely cannot win. But I can encourage choking. I'm very good at encouraging choking. And so let's see what we can do. Because Como is still a problem. Como is still a problem. Really wish I had a Venusaur, but Como is still a problem. Como is still a problem. That's what I'm gonna keep saying. Now, one thing is the potential of the Tangrowth knocking me off, but it is what it is, putting me to sleep and knocking me out. But it is what it is. Como is still a problem as he opts for the Tangrowth. Let's see if he should be this helmet. I'll take the Rocky helmet for the trade. And I'm hoping he goes for Sleep Powder here as I go to Silvally. I want Silvally to be Sleep Fodder, but when my opponent plays, I'm gonna assume that he's just gonna Giga Drain. Yeah, okay. Whew, starting to adapt. Guys. So I'm gonna Toxic here. I've shown Draco Meteor. I need to stall out the Sun. And if I can remove this Tangrowth, from this game, then your Shifu Rapid Strike actually might be able to pull this off. And so again, I'm good at encouraging choking. If it's a generic body press Corviknight, then maybe if it's like U-turn body press, maybe we can pull something out. Probably not. I can see him staying and opting to go for Sleep Powder or knockoff here in trade for a Toxic, which I don't mind too much. The Rocky helmet is overwhelming. Yeah, let's see what he goes for, a knockoff, right? And so best case scenario, he stays in here. Smart enough to go to Corviknight. I think that was the correct decision. As I'm gonna just body press, see how much it does. I wish I had Iron Defense here, but he Brave Birds. So let me see how much recoil I'm taking. Lefties. Yeah, I've lost. Yeah, I've lost. Maybe not. So Yoshifu definitely takes a Brave Bird here. And so what I'm gonna do is Surging Strikes and hope that Surging Strikes plus Brave Bird 2 it KOs. Or I could U-turn here, hoping that he goes to Tangrowth and lets me Draco him. Or maybe I should buy Rocks plus. Rocks is gonna take him down to 84. I don't 2K. I have to hope he chokes. Please stay in with your Tangrowth. Please stay in with your Tangrowth. Please stay in with your Tangrowth. Stay in with the Tangrowth. Why drill? Why go drill? I eat one. Why go drill? I could have killed you. Like, why are you trying to give me free mons? So I'm gonna go Como and please stay in. Predict me to overpredict. Bro. Predict me to like do some crazy shit and come on. You can stay in. No, yeah, that's game. Maybe not. Let's see if he Brave Birds here. Yeah, if I can multi-attack and have him not roost, then maybe I can. I'm just not a quitter, guys. That's just my nature. It's my nature. But this is over. But you can't pull back all these games in a row. And for as far as the ulti is concerned, I'll just join the next cycle. I've been way too busy to focus on the cycles at the moment, and so I didn't want to start and then having to just on and off. That does good damage. That does very good damage. How much is Bravery doing? He bulks up. Oh god. Should have known. Why did he Brave Bird there? Please stand. Fuck. Yeah, this game. Man, if I just killed this Primarina there, we could have pulled that back, which is crazy to me. Like, why would you give me Primarina? You imagine how Primarina literally destroyed me. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I had a blast. Remember, guys, Pokemon should also be fun. Don't get caught up so much that you forget why you started playing this game in the first place. Again, very serious game, very serious consequences, but should be fun nonetheless. So enjoy it. Remember that, and go forth and hop on the ladder. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.